Hey riders, here we go again. Friday, what's up now? We've got some hardcore racing here, OTR, virtual events over on MyWhoosh, and look what we have on tap today, folks. I don't know why, but in my brain I was thinking this was a longer ride. I get it, this is going to be a tough one here, Jebel Hafeet. Pretty epic climb. Let's just jump right in, folks. I've got the streaming and I also have this recording. I might be actually doing it that way, so I'll do the stream and probably just upload it a little bit later. I kind of mess around with things here. So here we are. In case you're brand new to this, let's just jump right into the main screen. Again, here's my video game, Forza look, love it. You can see right now we got almost 3,000 people in the... we don't want that phone call, that's for sure. In the free ride, 2,900 people. We go to events. This is what we're looking for. OTR Veterans starts in 9 minutes, 16.3 kilometers. When I saw that at first, I'm kind of like, oh, okay, maybe this is a time trial. Then I saw the 735 meters of climbing. Ooh, this is going to be a tough one, folks. Let's get into spectate mode. Yeah, just a little bit brain dead right now. I just finished a ride of my own, just a quick 25K, couple hundred meters of climbing, just checking out some other stuff. Here we go, folks. Here we go. I love it. I love the graphics here. Just over 8 minutes to go. How many people we got in the mix? Currently we have, looks like we got 12 riders here. And where's my other little laptop? Hang on, folks. Hey, so just so you know too, sorry, folks. I do need to check these numbers here. What is this going to be? Count. Yeah, I don't care about that. Yeah, sorry. Just really sidetracked. I have a gigantic front window. I think it's 14 feet wide. It's 3 windows. One window that doesn't open. 2 side windows that open. Got smashed a few years back. I think 2 winters ago. Nah, no, it happened in the summer. We just heard a huge bang, and the inner pane just shattered in one whole corner. So now, of course, all the thermal stuff's gone. We ordered it back in June. I think I was Tuesday morning. I'm like, hey, when's our window going to show up? I emailed them within 2 hours. We're installing it Friday. So I was probably that way down on the list guy. You know, hey man, put him off until he really bugs us about it. Well, here they're coming. Thing is, they're supposed to be here between 1 and 3. So I need you riders to pound this out in 1 hour. Just so that they can't show up at 1 saying, hey, you didn't hear the door, that type of thing, right? So if I'm a little bit like this all the time, if I'm doing that, you'll know why. They're going to be banging on the door. I'm downstairs in the 10 by 10 cube of sweat and suffering. So it's a little bit isolated from upstairs. I'm sure they'll bang on the door. The dude's been here before, the main installer, so he should know where he's going. Got a couple things here. Let's take a look and see who's here right now. Carlos Morata's here. I think Carlos is 4th overall in the series. Let me just grab my stuff here, folks. Wow, this is quite the operation here. Currently, 3 PCs running at once. We got the main PC. We've also got the new laptop / streaming machine. I could probably stream MyWhoosh Go, no problem, which I'm trying to install on it, but I tried to install it and it said I'm missing all these files, so I think I need to go grab them. I think the same thing happened when I did MyWhoosh HD, I'm pretty sure. Let me just sit back here for a second. I just got to dig around here and find it for you. So if I jump into my messages here, switch accounts again. Oh, I have a lot of accounts here. Let's go to that account. No, we don't want to be doing that. Yeah, so I'm just a bit frazzled right now. I'm just a bit tired. Okay, switch account. Let's get into that account. I've got the series standings here right now. After 4 rounds, let's have a quick look. I don't care about my chat history. Here's what I'm looking for if it opens. Okay. Let me pull this up. Right here. Sorry, folks. I should have had this open already. total amateur hour of your total amateur hour. Yeah, I just had a really good ride. Different platform, really good stuff. So currently, yeah, Carlos Murata is 4th overall, and I believe Carlos missed the last round too. Yeah, he got 0 points in the last round, so that was probably critical in the point stand. So we've completed 4 rounds. This is the 5th round coming up here. 4.5 minutes to go, folks, and we will be going for. It looks like okay. So there's 8 rounds. Okay, I understand this now. 8 rounds, but in the final column, I see best 7 of 8. So that means you're allowed 1 week off, miss 1 week type thing, because that's how these series generally go. You might be absolute hitter, killing it for the first 4 rounds, and then you get sick. Well, hopefully you can miss 1 and get back to it before the next round kicks in. So everyone's probably going to have 1 round off. First place is, let's see this, Torsten Holtz. Second is Chima Muros. Third is Gregors Gazik. 4th, Carlos Murata. 5th, Gordon Jackson. Do we have... Okay, so Carlos Murata is here. Gordon Jackson right here. He is currently 5th overall. Carlos is 4th overall. Do we see Torsten here? See, some of these guys, this may be their week off. They may say, you know what? I need a week off. I've got other stuff going on. So I'm just kind of looking at the names here, trying to see who lines up. Sean Lavelle. Let's see if we see... Sean Lavelle, 17th overall at the moment. Okay. And as I get to know you guys more, this will be a lot more fluid. Trust me. Everyone's name here, outside of a couple of names I'm seeing. So I know Carlos Murata now. How about Alessandro here? Andrew Pennington is in 6th place. Do we have Andrew here today? Andrew, put your hand up. There he is. Currently, here he is right here, sitting in 12th position. Ian Suddaby. Do we have an Ian here? There's Eddie Rice, who I've met. James Ogilvy, the creator of the series, sitting in 11th place right now. So I'll be able to go through these and check out some more names. Johan Moreno is here, currently in 22nd place. Looks like we have about 46 riders that have participated in the series so far. 2.5 minutes to go, folks. Well, let me just close this down, see what else is coming in here for me. Yep, yeah, good stuff. That's all I care about right now. Okay, so yeah, this is my #1 priority right now. I love doing commentary. I did ride yesterday on MyWhoosh. I did Columbia Coffee Trail. Really good route. I love everything that's going on. I've been trying out lots of different platforms lately. They're all different, but all similar. They're all about bike racing, and that's what I really care about. There's Ian Suddaby right here. So he is here. Good stuff. Okay, so as I know your names more, I don't see Torsten, so I got to imagine he's off this week, or he's pulling a... Ooh, the field is loading up, folks. It's loading up. I love it. Yes, here we go. I think last week we only had 15 riders. This week we got 29. So this is... I think this is the big event of the week. Chima Muros. This guy's 2nd overall, isn't he? Let's have another look at that. 121 to go, folks. I don't know this route. Chima Muros, I think he's in 2nd place overall. 2nd place overall, folks. Has done all 4 of the first rounds. So 4 races complete for him. And he's got 1,110 points. He's only 30 points out of 1st. Will Torsten show up? So, what about Gregor? Is it Gregor? Yeah, it's going to be Gregor Gassick. I don't think I see him either. 32 people now. People are piling in. People are frantically... Joel Noguera, we got a Canadian here, folks. Hey, Joel. I'm in Western Canada. I'm in Alberta, just north of Calgary. Really cool to see all this. You've always got the Danes here, right? The Danes are always strong. Steen, Brusgaard, Kenneth. How do you say your name? Ian, maybe? Oh, wow. This guy right here, Paul Poodle. Maybe some of you don't know. If you don't, I've done tons of stuff on Rouvy. Tons of stuff. Paul Poodle races on Rouvy. He has before. He's raced in the Muckers Worldwide Series races. Remember, folks, multi-platforms. Here we go. We're going to watch Paul Poodle for a while. Launching at 5 watts a kilo here. Let's see how this settles out. Okay, so let's open up the camera. So I haven't done this since last Tuesday. Was it Tuesday we did? Yeah, I think it was Tuesday. And let's get some like an overhead view here of Paul. Yeah, I love the camera controls. Yeah, there we go, folks. We've got little breaks happening already. These guys at the back are going to have to get to the front. Who is going right off the front there? One thing I would like to see changed, please MyWhoosh, please MyWhoosh. I know you watch all my videos. It'd be really cool if I could lock camera 8 right now and bounce right to the front. Because otherwise it goes back to, and then I want to stay on this angle. So as soon as I change this angle, you'll see what I'm saying. Let's just move back a bit here. See if we got, okay, so we do have a break right here. Johan Moreno, there's a group of 18 at the front, and then we got a 2-second gap. 3-second gap here to, yep, who is our 3-second gap to? I think it's to Eddie. Oh, yeah, there. So Eddie's back here, Kevin Hobbs, Alistair Gilbert, Steen. So it's a 6-second gap now up to Andrew Pennington. Kenneth is right there as well. What kind of pace are these guys on? Probably a lot of 3 watt per kilo. How do you do this ride, folks? How do you do this ride? You know, it's going to be tough. You got 750 meters of climbing to do. I imagine like the best riders here will be sub 1 hour. It's only 16 kilometers. I don't know enough about the climb. I think I've only seen the Jebel Hafeet on TV. Was it the Jebel Hafeet? Does anyone remember this? Remember it was Brandon McNulty? I think it was his first year as a pro. And he was on a solo break. And he attacked up the Jebel. I think it was one of those killer ones. It was the one with the dam. I think it's a dam at the top. I just kind of remember it being that one. Anyway, if it's not this one, anyway, it's a good story. Let's just roll with it. He attacked. He was solo forever. He got away. He was going up the hill, and he got absolutely swamped. Like in the last... To me, it seemed like it was the last 20 meters. Maybe it was the last 100 meters. But yeah, like just soul crushing. We've already got gaps here, folks. We've got gaps already. Take a look at the mini map here. We've got gaps already. Some people are going out hard right at the rip. But it's still a pretty good sized group at the front. Looks like we got about 18, 19 up there, just scanning through this quickly. Yep, 17 riders at the front. 4 seconds back to Pav Plus riding solo in no man's land. What is this rider going to do? Pushing hard, 5 watts a kilo. Can he pull back a 3-second gap right now on these guys that are just rolling ahead of him? I don't know. Might be better to wait for Kevin Hobbs, Andrew Street. They're all coming up quick now. We got 3 Brits coming up right now. Kevin Hobbs, Andrew Street, Alistair Gilbert, and Eddie Rice. Eddie's there too. So we got 4 coming up. You can just see Pav up in the distance with the blue jersey, and then the group of 18 ahead of him. 17 ahead of him. Sorry about that. So we got these 4 chasers. We're going to jump back another 9 seconds, and you can just see the 4 up ahead here going through this aquarium type glass tunnel. Manta rays up above us. This rider here pushing solid 3 watts a kilo. Danish rider. He's got his countryman just a little further back. Steen. Bouncing back here to Tony. Dominique. Let's go through all the riders at the back here. Let's see who's in attendance. Then we've got Sean Lavelle. Justin Roy. Looks like the stars are lit up on that flag. So does that mean he's a New Zealander? I always mix that up in my brain. Australian, New Zealand. I know I just committed a criminal offense there by mistaking them. But you can just see here that it looks like the stars are colored. So I think he's a New Zealander. I believe so. Riding 2 watts a kilo. Just getting passed right now by Chris Saka. I saw that name in the standings before. And Stephen Blackwell. Saw that name too. Okay, so the names are coming together. These 2 are working together, push ahead. I'm not sure if Justin Roy is going to tag on with them or not. He's probably in the draft. Yeah, he is in the draft right now. You can see the green power numbers lighting up. Bouncing back further, Elmar. Okay, so we got a little bit of drop in here, or pop in as I like to call it. Elmar looks like he's on the side of the road having a quick nature break. And then we got Tobin. Looks like Tobin never got out of the start chute, so missed his start time. Probably busy, you know, signing autographs at the back here. Okay, so let's get back to the front, folks. I will tell you something hilarious here. Wow. Pav is back at the front. So Pav put down some kind of incredible attack that I completely missed there and launched himself from 18th back into, and remember, it's Pav plus. PAV did some kind of incredible assault and got back on the front here. Awesome stuff. Gianluca Gaspari. Some of these names, you know what's really cool is that some of these names look familiar. Now Pav Plus is falling back. Huh. Interesting. Digging up. He's digging in now. 25-second back to that group of 4 with Gilbert, Hobbs, Street, and Rice. Is Eddie still there? Yeah, he's still there. Oh, Eddie's just fallen back out of that group of 4. He's going to have to wait for the Danes to catch him now and work with that group. Okay, let's get back up here. Pav is off the back again now, pushing 3.7 watts a kilo. Front group, here's James Ogilvy. So we do still have that front group of 16. Pav is playing some kind of little game here, falling back. And then maybe he's going to launch again. Is he like on an interval workout? I've seen people do kind of stuff like this before. This name here looks familiar to me. Gianluca Gaspari. Now, and it's really fun doing this, you know. Hey, Inside Cycling World. My name's Colin. If you like the race commentary, if you like to sit back and watch what happened in the race, I don't catch it all. Things happen as I'm looking over here, telling you a story, having a sip of my electrolyte drink. Just kidding. All sugar, love it. The electrolyte drink is right here. Yeah, if you want to kick back later, Torsten Holtz is here. How did I miss his name at the beginning? This is the leader of the series right now. He's got a 30-point lead over Chima. Chima is currently sitting at the front. Now, did I see Chima last week? Did Chima win last week? I've got all the standings. I just can't go through them all right now. And again, as I learn the names, this is going to get better and better. I learn about people. So, guys, ladies, are there any ladies here? If you see the video, make sure you share with all your buddies in the race series so that they can take a look and say, oh, that's how that went down. So yeah, Paul Poodle, for sure, I've seen this guy racing on Ruby. 100%. 100%. People use different names. They put little, okay, people are digging in here, folks. People are digging in here. We're starting the climb. Launching right off the front, Johan Moreno, digging in 4 watts a kilo. Nice counter here by Joel Noguera. Was pushing 6 watts a kilo. Paul Poodle doing really good here, 5.7 watts a kilo. Getting right on Johan's wheel. Will probably just kind of let off now, or will he roll right on through? I imagine these 17 are probably going to blow apart. Fabio here. Gianluca. Juan Lopera. So there was 17. Chima hanging on the back here. Chima second overall in the race series. Bouncing back 1 second, little gap. Alessandro Castagna here is going to have to really dig deep. You can see they're stretching out, folks. Let's have a little overhead look here if we can. How this is all breaking down. The gaps are forming. Ooh, you can see the elastic is snapping now, folks. Just absolutely snapping. I think it's Michael Sismiak here is just falling off the back behind Alessandro here. Everyone's pushing extremely hard here. Yeah, sub 1 hour will be the winning time. I'm just kind of guessing that based on what I ride. And these riders are stronger than me. It all depends what the gradient's like. The VAM here for probably most of the good riders is probably around 1,000 meters per hour, I would imagine. Even myself, I'm like 850. It just depends on the hill. If it's a hill right at the beginning, yeah, your VAM can be higher. Because you're fresh. Here's Pav now. Pav Plus hanging off the back. Gordon Jackson. So there was 17. James just getting in there, man. Getting in there, dude. Andrew Pennington, Ian Sotheby. Okay, interesting. So we got a 55-second gap to that group of 4 that was chasing earlier, which is Andrew Street, Kevin Hobbs, and Gilbert. Alistair Gilbert is just slipping off the back. Will this give Eddie a chance to come back on? He's chasing Alistair right now. You can see them just up ahead. Again, I mentioned this last week. I love the draw-in. You can really see the movement of the riders up here. Like I'm looking for just little movements of pixels to see, hey, there they are right there. Love it. Let's just bounce back, catch the whole group here. Everyone's on the climb now. Justin Roy looks like he's just starting the climb. This is where the fun begins, folks. This is where the fun begins. So what you're going to see in these series, these multi-stage series, I've covered a lot of them before over on Ruby, is there's going to be weeks where brand new people come in. So I guess it probably works the same. Don't let me... I'm not 100% sure, but a lot of these events are, you register for them, you do them. That doesn't mean you can't register late. Most of these events, not 100% sure, will let latecomers join in and do the best they can within the 5 or 6 races that may be left. See how they stack up, and then get ready for the next series. It's pretty hard to hit the very first one unless you know about it. So I always encourage people, just get in there. Here's Eddie. Moving up, Kevin Hobbs. Gradient's backed off a bit here. We're in the 1% range. Actually, a little bit of downhill there too. Now it's kicking up again, folks. We should be getting into like a real desert environment coming up here right away. James Ogilvy, yeah, moving out into the desert. Wake up, legs. Wake up. So I wonder if this is the one that has the dam. Pav Plus moving up again. 7.5 watts per kilo. Pav looks like he, what is he? Oh, man, my brain's not working very good today, folks. Let's say he's doing 8 watts a kilo, 560. So he's got to be like a 70-kilogram rider. Just smashing his way up here right now. Close to 8 watts a kilo, digging in deep. Like, is he riding this race like as in intervals? He's chasing those ahead of him. So he's in 6th place. Only 5 riders ahead of him at this point. And they're all grouped up. We got Fabio, Juan Lopera, Torsten, overall leader of the series at this point, Joel Noguera, the Canadian, and Chima. So we got the 1-2 up front. 3rd place, I forget. Oh, 3rd place was Gregor's, who I haven't seen his name yet. This is his week off. He can't miss any events after this if he really wants to be in contention for the podium. Here comes Pav Plus right through the group again. It seems like he goes to the front, and then he lets off. Very interesting here. Just checking out my stream here, folks. Actually, I'm not streaming. What am I talking about? Usually I've got the stream going. I'm in OBS. I don't know why I am streaming. Where's my stream going? Oh, I am streaming. Wow, I am streaming. I can't believe it. I didn't mean to stream. OTR, 50 bonus points today for all finishers. Okay, cool. Okay, so yeah, I guess I'm glad I'm streaming here. So OTR virtual events, that's James Ogilvy. So luckily I streamed. I wasn't even going to plan on streaming because sometimes I get distracted, but yeah, I'm going to get used to it. You guys are going to understand how I like to interact with the people I know. Steven Cycles is here. I know Steven really well. But James Ogilvy from OTR Virtual Events, that's the event you're watching right now. 50 bonus points today for all finishers. That's a nice little tweak. There's only 30 points right now between 1st and 2nd place. I think 3rd place is only 10 points behind that. Steven Cycles, MyWhoosh definitely has the best avatars that capture different Yeah, Steven, I know, right? The different camera angles are just awesome. And it's like, Steven, people are like, oh yeah, but it's cartoony. This looks amazing to me. This looks amazing, and I don't know enough about it yet. I'm not the world's best streamer. I'm just like super solid at the commentating, folks. I'm not even sure if I can turn it up more. It's a super intensive, like it just hogs resources. But I want to show it in the best light I can. Got some graffiti out here in the desert environments. So Pav Plus again on the front. Hey Steven, do you remember this name here? Do you know this rider? Paul Poodle. I've seen him on Ruby. Seen this rider on Ruby. So it's really cool to see some people crossing over. Actually, what was it too? Through the week on Facebook, I was just cruising around. Training Peaks Virtual. I saw Stephen Bellio there. I was riding with Stephen Bellio yesterday on Ruby. Just the Tuesday, Thursday super chill ride with Chad Ritchie. So yeah, glad I got the stream going. Awesome stuff. So this is all being streamed live. I did actually record it too. It helps me do stuff with the videos later in case the stream turns out like garbage. These files end up being massive. Like the one I just did before my ride was 17 gigs. And I'm kind of like, I don't really want to upload 17 gigs. So I've got a little tiny program. I can compress it down to like 8-9 gigs. I can compress it down even to 1 gig. And for most people watching it, it's going to be fine. But I want to keep the quality good. I want the quality to be good, so I don't want to do a lot of compression. So it's probably better that it streams, and then we can blame it on YouTube, because they mess around with it a lot too. Juan Lopera at the front right now, 5 watts kilo. Here comes Pav Plus again. I don't know a lot about, well, actually, I don't know much about these riders except a couple of placings. Extreme Sport Bicycle Club. Yeah, what I really like about MyWhoosh, there's always something to look at. You know, it's designed in a way to kind of keep you entertained. You're constantly looking around, like, I'm looking at the graffiti, I'm looking at the signs. Oh yeah, check this out too. Steven, take a look at this. Veteran Series. That's the name of the OTR event that's going on. They get their own banners for these. Here it is right here. OTR virtual events. I think that's so awesome. So you're promoting your own series within MyWhoosh. So I got to assume other clubs, their events will have a different sign there. I think that's great. Awesome stuff. Let's see how far the field is spread out. I wonder if you can actually zoom out on that map. I can hide the map. I'll figure that out. We've climbed 203 meters so far, at least Paul has. We've got Juan Lopera has climbed 232 meters. We've got 750 to go in total. So we still got over 500 meters. We ride to live. Yes, we do, folks. Yes, we do. Lots of tents, neat lighting. So this is MyWhoosh HD. I was going to put it on my new laptop last night, just the lighter version for the PC. But there were some files missing. Someone said uninstall it, reinstall it. I remember this from the past. There was some kind of like D3 compiler missing. So I think this time I was missing like 4 or 5 files. And so I just took screenshots of them on my phone, and I'm going to go find them and install them all because I want to be able to mess around on my laptop at night, study the courses, things like that. This is what I do at night. 8.6 kilometers into the ride, folks. We've got a total distance of 16.3 kilometers today. Really good racing here, folks. Really good racing. Stunning graphics. I really like it. And again, a lot of this overhead stuff. So it's not just a plain blue sky. You got stuff going on all the time. First is Juan Lopera. Second is Chima. 7 seconds behind. Torsten Holtz is with Chima. So we got these 2 chasing the front leader. Ooh, looks like we got 3. Joel Noguera working his way up. Nice job, dude. Joel, where are you from? Pushing 6 watts a kilo. Is he going to go over the shoulder, or is he going to hang with them? I think these 3 will stick together and work as a team to pull back Juan Lopera. Here comes Pav Plus again. Rolling up 5.5 watts a kilo. Carlos Murata, 4th overall in the series, I believe. Further down the hill. Oh, he's a minute behind these guys right now. So there's quite a big gap here in the front 5. So we've got 5 at the front with a minute gap back to Carlos. Fabio's pursuing Carlos here. Paul Poodle, 37 seconds back. Alessandro. Gianluca. Got a couple of we've got 3 riders here. Gordon Jackson, James Ogilvy, Andrew Pennington. So I think these 3 have been together for quite a while now. It's kind of like some of these climbs, you're just going to hang with those right beside you until you know it's time to go. This, uphill all the way, folks. So yeah, this is why I want this on my little laptop. so I can study the routes better. I can see the full profiles. My machine's running good here, 30 frames per second. Top notch, folks, top notch. Bang bang time. Florian Henkelman is currently 45 seconds back. Ian Sotheby. Let's just take a look down through the field here, make sure everyone's still moving. Most riders here have someone to chase. They're just around the corner. If you look at Chris here, let's go back for a second. Look at that big thing here, kind of the greeny graffiti. That's going to be just around this corner. You're going to see the MyWhoosh sign and then that green graffiti. Here it is right up here. These guys are like just one corner back. So a little crack up front, these riders are straight back on. Kevin Hobbs, Andrew Street, Eddie Rice. Eddie pushing nicely here, 2.5 watts a kilo. Johan Moreno. Johan's just in it, grinding it out. More of a, just a nice steady pace. Sean Lavelle. And folks, we're going to see all sorts of different riders here. I encourage everyone to join racing. Some of the riders you're going to meet are going to be what you would think almost world-class athletes. And other people are going to be brand new. And I think it's important to encourage the brand new people into racing. What we do now is I have a group ride. I do it every Tuesday, Thursday. I don't want to say it's my ride, it's mine and Chad's ride. Chad leads the ride. I do the commentary. We got Alistair here. Oh, so Alistair's fallen back. Alistair was with a group of 3 up front before. I think he was with Andrew and Kevin and Eddie for a while. So Alistair's slipping back slowly. I wonder if he was having any problems. Maybe possibly a slow flat. Sealant's not kicking in, folks. Sealant's not kicking in. Justin Roy. Yeah, everyone's grinding up here now, folks. 9% gradient there. So we have 29 riders on course. I think we might have lost 1 or 2 riders, perhaps. Let's get back to the front. Moving up, folks. Moving up. So we should have 5 at the front. Pav Plus, Juan Lopera. We do have a break, though. They're 6-7 seconds up the road to the next 2, which is Torsten and Joel Noguera. And looks like Chima has just fallen off a little bit. Okay, let's watch these guys. Let's just enjoy. Let me have a sip of the cherry Pepsi. And my ear is like just on high alert. Did I tell you I have incredible hearing? I can hear anything in this house. The furnace fan kicks in. I'm like, what? A hand grenade could go off outside the house and Joe would be like, huh, what are you talking about? I didn't hear a thing. She's just like so deaf. She'll talk to me from her bathroom upstairs, which is the opposite side of the house, upstairs. She'll say something to me. I can hear every word she says. And of course I respond to her. And she doesn't hear it. So, yeah, so frustrating. I think a lot of people go through this in life. One person can hear and one can't. So we got these 2 on a bit of a move here. 7 seconds back to Joel. Then to Torsten. Just jumping back into the chat for a little bit here. Steven says UAE team should do guest appearances on this platform. Might get to ride with Pogacar, Yates, Almeida. Yeah. What about Del Toro? Steven, I think it was me and you talking about how stacked UAE is. Like, just absolutely stacked with talent. They got the more experienced guys. They got, so weird saying that. I mean, Pogacar is young, but like he seems like a senior rider now, but he's not. They've got some young guys. I think Del Toro is super young. Riders get out of the saddle a little too much. Perhaps they can alter it. Yeah, Stephen, I've seen someone else say that too. I guess it's just the way the avatars work. They could probably do something like that. Because for me, well, I'm not really a great cyclist, but I would just sit the whole way. Sit the whole way. I'm not much of a stander. But you know what I gotta say is, it looks incredible, the avatars. Like, look how good these avatars look. You can actually see, like, the padding on the rider's shorts. You can see the wrinkles in the rider's shorts. Really good stuff. A lot of attention to detail. I really like that. Okay, so checking this out here, Pav Plus, no heart rate. I wonder how that's going to affect them later. I'm not sure about all the rules and regulations for this thing here, for the OTR Veterans Race Series. Most race series would want you to have heart rate showing. let's just have a quick peek. Heart rate, ooh, Juan Lopera, 186 beats a minute. Joel, 20 beats down. So yeah, I'm seeing that here now. Looks like the majority of the riders have heart rate. I don't know why you wouldn't have heart rate. Here's another rider. It does not have heart rate on, so maybe it didn't connect in time. It could be anything, right? I would think though, like, I'm just trying to word this correctly. So if I and ah a lot, if you're riding at this level, if you're riding in race series, you gotta have a heart rate monitor. I mean, why wouldn't you want to know that? So when I see people with no heart rate, it's either the, benefit of the doubt, their heart rate monitor failed. Their heart rate monitor didn't connect. I've had it in the past. You can go way back on my Strava and you'll see rides where my heart rate monitor is doing really goofy things where I'm working hard and it's sitting at 135 the whole way. Dead flat. We had that come up in the Discord a little while ago where someone was saying, your heart rate's not reacting to your power outputs. What's going on, dude? And in my head, I was on vacation. In my head, following Andrew Pennington here, I was like, well, maybe his heart rate monitor's dying. Like the battery could be just on the way out. I've probably gone through 4 or 5 heart rate monitors. They just die. And it's kind of like a router, your Wi-Fi router at home. You ever had this happen? Your Wi-Fi works great one day, then it's really cruddy the next day, and then it works great the next day. They die. They kind of die slowly. So if you ever see something weird with heart rate, don't just assume that someone's up to something. It could be something very simple that their expensive heart rate monitor just decided to pack it in. Let's see if we still got our 29 riders out here. 27 riders, Tony at the back, Stephen Blackwell, Alistair. So Alistair has slipped back quite a bit here. Maybe went out a little bit too hard at the beginning with the other 2 riders from the UK. Justin Roy. Ooh, I think Justin's got a really nice bike. I think this might be the Colnago, the Tour de France one. Yeah, they have really nice bikes in the game too. Really good customization. Yeah, I like it. Eddie here. Eddie is now with Sean Lavelle. Eddie's found himself a nice pace here, and he's going to slowly work his way up. So yeah, I think it was Andrew and Kevin were with Alistair Gilbert earlier. Ian Sotheby, Florian, Chris, Gordon Jackson. Okay, I'm learning names. James Ogilvy sitting solid in 10th place here. Nice effort here. 3.5 watts a kilo. Nice cadence too. Alessandro, bit more of a grinder. Here's a rider that doesn't have a heart rate monitor going. Fabio in the draft, a tiny bit of draft. I wouldn't expect much draft here. It'd be very, very minimal. Probably 5-6 watts per kilo. Here's Paul Poodle. I've always loved saying that name over on Ruby. Carlos Murata. Torsten. Joel Noguera. So Joel is riding solo now, chasing after Juan Lopera. 8-second gap. There's 2 there. Pav Plus. Ooh, things have changed. Chima's gone to the front now. Let's hang out here for a little bit, folks. And man, I wish I knew the profile better. I wonder if I can do this. Can I click on that? No, it just hides it. I want to see a longer profile. I need to like zoom out somehow. Probably a way to do it. Yeah, I'll figure that out later. So I'm kind of glad this is streaming. Just less messing around for me later. I've been really messing with my videos. Hey, so also, all you dudes that are new to the channel, dudettes, people, folks, riders, make sure you dig into the live tab. So what I've been doing is a little tricky edit on the live streams, and then I can make them appear as a video. You know, when you look, I had to study it this morning. Like, I was like, how do people see this? So I switched accounts to like my YouTube account that me and Jojo watch all of, the murder stuff she enjoys so much in life. She won't watch a horror movie because it's too scary, but she loves to learn about how, some dude butchered 4 people and women poisoning their husbands with antifreeze and just fantastic stuff to watch. That stuff's great. But Michael Myers, that's too scary. Anyways, where am I going with this story? Train of thought, gone, folks. Just absolutely gone there. Oh yeah, so I was looking to see how does it appear. And then I'm like, oh yeah, it's different for everyone's device. It is different for everyone's device. It depends on your smart TV. Maybe you're watching on Xbox. Maybe you're watching on Apple TV. Maybe you're watching on one of the many, like a Chrome, whatever. You know what I'm talking about, like the different streaming stick services. You could be watching on a PlayStation. How does your YouTube look on there? I don't know. I don't know. Mobile. You might be watching mobile. I don't know why you would watch on mobile. Some people might. Maybe you can cast it from your mobile straight to your TV. But most of the times it's going to show video, sometimes shorts, live. The live is where all the streams, these live streams are going to live. There's probably like 80 of them there in there right now. Some I've managed to retrieve out and I've jammed them into videos. They'll show more on the front of the channel. So if you're ever wondering, hey, where'd that race go? Just dig into the live. Yesterday, what was I working on? Oh, the Alpe d'Huez climb for the muckers. And I spent a long time last night working on it. And then the video it uploaded was 20 minutes long. And I'm like, what happened there? So I think what happens is, let's jump back to Pav here. He's pursuing Chima. You can see him right here up ahead with the yellow glowing wheels. Juan Lopera, Joel, Torsten. These guys are all close together here. Still grinding their way up though. Carlos Murata, Paul Poodle. Let's get back to about 10th place. Let's see where James is, and let's get the helicopter view. Yes. Let's see if we can see any riders up the road here. Oh, probably not because it's 41 seconds. Although it is a climb, so, 41 seconds could be pretty close. I'm actually looking. I'm like, yeah. Wow. So much detail. So much detail. Really like it. I love the colors and stuff. Actually, I did the Coffee Trail one yesterday. I loved it. It's just so much stuff going on at once. And, maybe it comes from the fact that I do play video games. Barely played any lately. I can appreciate it. I can, I get what's going on. I think if you've never played video games in your life, this is, graphics for these kinds of things can be very... I wonder what happens when we go through the mountain. Are we going to, clip out here? Actually, it's doing a really good job. We're just avoiding the mountain. I thought we might ram right into it and then you'd be inside the mountain. Happy cycling, folks. Burn fat, not fuel. Well, that too. There's a rider. So Chris is right behind. Let's try this one out. Let's have a little look. Here we go. So around this, yeah, I can see him already. I can see James just ahead here of Chris. This is so cool. This is so cool. So good. Get back to the chat. Steven always keeps me busy here. Hey, Stu. We've got another rider here in the chat. Power output changes are instant, but heart rate takes maybe 5 to 10 minutes to get... Oh, really? Hence, why would you take the final 20 minutes from a 40 minutes lactate threshold and take the average? Stu, you lost me there. I'm out of the loop. Are we talking about MyWhoosh? Are you saying the heart rate's that far behind? Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get back to the race. Let me just get in here. I want to keep covering this. But I appreciate all the comments coming in. So the first race I did it offline. Because I was like, well, what if I get really interrupted and I get into a conversation? There's James just to the road. You can see him now. He's got the glowing wheels. Okay, let's bounce back to the front. We've got Torsten here. Torsten, first overall in the series. Remember, they only take the top 7 out of 8 races. So if you have one really bad race, you can recover. If you have a sick day, you can recover. You don't want 2 of them, though. So it's one of those things where I like these stage series like this because you probably don't even need to win. As long as you're at the very top, like top 2, top 3, all the time, every race, you could win the overall series. Kind of like winning the Tour de France without winning a stage. It's happened. So, happy cycling, folks. Joel Noguera, solid. 4.3 watts a kilo here. Getting right up there, folks. Juan Lopera, we are getting up there. It's at 592 meters in elevation. I think there was 750. We're only at 34 minutes in. He's got 3.4 kilometers to go. So sub 1 hour, like I said. Guys are flying. Let me just check my phone here. Actually, I might be okay because Joey Jojo, who was supposed to go to work today, has not gone to work today. So I said, well, if you don't go to work and those guys come here, she's like lounging around her robe. I said, what are you going to do? And don't worry, I'm going to work. So hopefully she's sneaking out now. Because otherwise, you can answer the door, lady. How about that? Definitely eat some lunch after this. So yeah, it's so cool riding all the different platforms. I'm really into that now. So Juan Lopera's here. Like really good animations. This morning, I might as well mention it here because that video will be uploaded this afternoon. It's going to need some compression because it's gigantic too. A 1 hour video that's like 17 gigs. And I'm like, what? Whereas I don't even know what the stream quality is. Like, I don't know how big, when this streams, is it the same as what I recorded? I don't know. But I rode Training Peaks Virtual this morning. Looks a lot different. But yeah, I liked it. I did like it. There's just so much going on. There's so much data displayed. Yeah, it's interesting. You know, like I said, they all do the same thing. Got your iPhone? You got your Samsung Galaxy. They both make phone calls. You can text on both. You can send messages. You can take pictures. They're all the same. It's just whatever you're into. I'm not going to knock any of them. You know, was it Kinomap, video, Ruby is video. I think Kinomap, though, doesn't have any avatars. Maybe Steven knows. He seems to be the master of all. Talking about heart rate in general, when testing for your heart rate zones, basic premise is a warm-up of any length, 30 to 40 minutes max effort. Take the average of the final to... Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to learn a lot more about this stuff, Stu. I'm getting there. I've just always kind of like, let's go smash for 45 minutes. And lately, like the ride I did on Training Peaks, I think it was 24.5 kilometers. 15 kilometers, I just dawdled. Just dawdled, looking around, you know. Graphics are dated, but it doesn't affect me. Dated doesn't affect me. I play video games that are still old. People are playing Counter-Strike Go, is it called? The old Counter-Strike, which kind of looks like garbage now. There's brand new video games, and there's still a huge world playing Counter-Strike because it plays so well. That's how I think Training Peaks Virtual is going to work. It's good mechanics. Maybe they'll refresh the graphics. Maybe that's in the works, and we don't even know yet. Because compared to this, it's like, it's a big drop down. I would say Training Peaks Virtual, Zwift, this, way up here. Way, way up here. Especially on the MyWhoosh HD. I'm going to go back to Zwift 2 and turn the graphics right up and see what I think. Because when I did it last time, I had the graphics kind of on medium. Chima Miros at the front here, folks. Pushing hard. Got a 3-second gap over Pav Plus. 48 seconds back to Joel Noguera and Juan Lopera. So Juan Lopera was at the front. Got caught and is now slowly perhaps drifting back. Can Torsten come back up to him? We'll see. Actually, I can see them just ahead. Torsten is coming back on Juan Lopera right now. I think Juan Lopera is hurting. And the other ones are digging hard. Yeah, take a look at this. Joel's pushing 5.5 watts per kilo at times. Juan has to react. He's digging in. He needs that little bit of draft. Even though it's going to do nothing right now. Well, it might at 1%. Yeah, it's only a 1% gradient now. We're doing a little bit of bumps here now. He's back on his wheel. Full draft here. However that is. Pav plus. So Pav has now caught Chima. Interesting. Then it's 2 minutes back to Joel. Joel riding solid, yeah, with Juan Lopera. How close to the top are we, folks? There's going to be a big flat section at the top. We're going to go over, we're going to crest the summit, drop downhill, and then there's going to be another pretty, actually it looks like we go out and back. It looks like an out and back to me. Take a look at the profile here. This curve here, flat, there's like a little divot on each side that maybe you go out and then come straight back. I'm just kind of guessing right now. And I barely know these profiles. I don't know the maps at all. I like the map system on it. There's a lot to like about MyWhoosh. A lot to like about it. I don't think there's anything I don't like about it. It's good racing, good data, good HUD. I would like to see a bigger map if I could zoom it out. There it is, folks. Take a look at that. There's a turnaround at the top. I think that's why. Okay, I could be wrong. Let's just see how this plays out. We are 1.2 kilometers to the finish. Is that going to be the actual finish at the summit, or are we going to come back down a bit? Trying to figure this out, folks. We've only got about 40 meters of climbing left. We might actually finish right at the very top. But just this little part here looks similar to me. See what I'm saying? Similar. I guess it's not perfect. I guess I'm making up too much of a story there. I do that a lot. Okay, so Pav Plus and Chima at the front here. Oh, check this out. Okay. Are we going inside that building? This is what I like about the graphic stuff, is that you can do whatever you want. You design the course. I was trying to explain. Yeah, we're going inside that building. Is this going to be like a velodrome that we're going into? Chima digging in 6 watts a kilo. Pav countering at 8 watts a kilo here. The finish is near, folks. The finish is near. We only have 500 meters to go. Pav just pounding it out. 8.5 watts a kilo. Chima is doing everything he can at 6, but Pav is just digging deep. Remember, folks, I do not see heart rate monitor for Pav here, so hopefully this is not going to affect him by not having it, because he is just on an all-out assault here. Close to 9 watts a kilo finish. They're going to finish right inside of here. They're finishing inside of here. Finish line is on the left-hand side. We're going to do a loop-de-loop on this velodrome. And Pav will get first place. He's going to cross to this yellow barrier right here. Let's back to Chima for second place. Let's watch him. So top left-hand corner now. Here's the overall. Pav got first place. Chima has just came through. There we go. So Chima finished 12 seconds back. Torsten coming in now. Yeah, so this is what I really like about the graphics designs one. So we're talking like, ooh, what's going on here? Juan Lopera putting in an attack. Well, he came cruising right by him, then he let off. Torsten's going to have to react here. We got a duel to the finish, folks. We got a duel to the finish. So we've already got 2 riders finished. They're doing their cooldowns. That's why you still see them in the leaderboard here, but they're actually over on the left-hand side. I should look more at the camera, shouldn't I? Did I tell you I got a new camera coming? Joey was supposed to get the tripod today if she goes to work. I said, please remember the tripod and the 12-foot long USB to Type-C cable that I need for the camera to plug in. Torsten's giving her now, man. Juan got caught too by Joel Noguera. Okay, awesome stuff here. So Juan caught up with Torsten. Torsten put the attack in. Joel's coming in like a freight train, folks. 10 seconds behind Torsten. Torsten, overall leader of the series, picks up 3rd this week. Should maintain 1st overall in the series, I think. We're going to see later. I'll have to be in contact with James to get the standings. 3rd place for Torsten. 10 seconds back, here comes Joel Noguera from Canada. Yes, dude. Represent. Represent. Boy, maybe he lives right down the road from me. Sorry, folks. Got a drink. Got a drink. Keep the voice, just nice and So Juan Lopez just finished here in 5th place. We got to go 2 minutes back to get to Carlos. So we're going to jump back a bit more now. So this is how I usually do it. When I see the people finishing quick, or there's going to be sprint battles, I like to just watch them. Then I work my way back. So I'm looking now. Carlos is all alone. 2-minute gap. So he's going to finish by himself unless he absolutely cracks here. Not going to happen. 6th place for Carlos. 7th place, we're going to jump back to Alessandro. Now, 22 seconds back, we got Paul Poodle here. Fascinating. So there's a chance he could pull him back. We still have 2.1 kilometers to go at this point. How is Paul riding compared to Alessandro? Roughly the same at this point. Both 3.2 watts per kilo. Alessandro just has to do everything that Paul does now. Further 52 seconds back, we got James Ogilvy. So he's moved from 10th up to 9th place. And then we have in 10th place now, Chris Salka, Polish rider. James has a nice gap, so he should be pretty safe. I'm absolutely starving right now, by the way. What did I fuel it this morning? A little bit of granola. And very hungry right now. It's lunchtime here. I've already burnt all that granola off. Starving. So yeah, 10th place, Chris Salka. Jumping back into the chat for a second here. Ooh, we're busy in here today. Ruben's in the mix. Ruben, when do you head out in the camper? Ruben's off camping this weekend, and then later, I think it's next weekend, he's off to Tenerife. Is that right? To do some climbing. Okay, so Chris Salka's in 10th place, followed up with Andrew Pennington, Gianluca Gaspari. Okay, so let's see what can happen here. So Paul's still got a 45-second gap. There was one further up the road. Carlos Morata coming into the finish now. Again, I was just saying before, guys, this is kind of what I like about the graphics worlds, is that they can do whatever they want. They can design courses specifically for like bike races, finishing lines. It's kind of like if I wanted to make a bike race near my house, it'd be the most boring bike race on the planet. But if I had a video game system to design one, I could think of some pretty cool stuff to do. So that's probably what I would say is the strong point of more of the video game like systems like this. These roads were built on purpose for bike racing. Hope that makes sense. Does anyone else recognize Paul Poodle from Ruby? I've seen the rider riding in the Muckers events. I'll have to look him up now. Yeah, I think he goes by the exact same name there. Positive. Okay, so Carlos Morata is coming to the finish line now at this kind of like mini velodrome here at the very top. So I think they take some of the roads and then they take artistic liberty. They add some stuff on. Obviously, there's not a velodrome up here, right? But it leads for a cool finishing circuit here around the mini velodrome. Carlos will finish in... Yeah, so what you have to watch here too, on the right-hand side of the screen, that's the number of riders left. Carlos actually finished 6th overall on the left-hand side. 2 of the riders that have already finished have logged out. So don't get those numbers confused. Carlos is not 4th overall, he's 6th. But there's 4 riders, like Pav is still cruising around, Chima still cruising around, and Torsten just cooling down now. Next we will have Alessandro here coming in for 7th place. Paul, he'll be safe. Paul's a further minute and 10 seconds down. Blasting along here on the flats. Ooh, downhill section and a little kicker to the flat. James Ogilvy at this point is only 25 seconds behind, but... Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay, we'll have to figure that out. Those numbers changed on me there. So Paul Poodle is currently at 15.7 kilometers, and James is at 15.1 kilometers. Okay, I see what's going on there now. Let's go back to the chat. All correct. Yep, so Ruben's going away. Yep, he's going to the Ardennes, the forest. Oh, leaving tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Hope everyone has a great weekend. I hope these window guys show up. And they get that thing done quick. Good thing is, it's pretty warm out today. Currently here in Alberta, Canada, where I live, the Chinook winds are blowing. We have these crazy winds that blow in. It's currently, 15 degrees Celsius, which is pretty warm. Then I think all next week, high of like 1, 0. It's not winter yet. It's coming. Sometime in January, February, high might be minus 35. Like just painful. Like you're praying for a day of minus 20 then. It'll be like minus 31, minus 32, minus 29, minus 34. And the overnight lows are like 8, 9, 10 degrees lower than that. And then when it gets to minus 18, it's like, oh yeah, it's summertime. Absolutely insane. Paul Poodle just coming out of the finishing chute in 8th place. James Ogilvy will be finishing 9th. So all the riders that didn't show up today also missed out on those bonus points. So I think that encourages you to do all of the routes. Do them all. Because no matter what, you're going to get... One is going to be eliminated. It's the top 7 out of 8 times, or your 7 best times. If you miss a race, but bonus points here too. It's to encourage people to race. Get in here. Get in, folks. James Ogilvy here finishing at 3 watts a kilo, 3.2 watts a kilo. Jebel Hafeet conquered. 28 seconds back, coming around the final bend, we got Chris Saka from Poland. So yeah, this one will be on YouTube right away. I will be also doing a bit of compression and then uploading my first ride ever on Training Peaks later today. Probably better when Joey's not in the house because I will be just destroying all the upload. Chris Saka finishing here nicely. Looks like a pretty lightweight rider. Pretty lightweight. Andrew Pennington will be next. Pretty nice little kick here at the end too. You come out of that downhill right into a 10% wall on the way up to the mini velodrome. Actually, you know what I want to do right now? I want to zoom out here now. Let's get a camera view up high and see what you can see in the background. Stuff like this I love. Yeah, cool. Falling behind. I was hoping to see more of that over there. Let's see if we can get a look, if it'll show us a camera view from above of the velodrome. Okay, which one is it? It's 8. Ah, it's floating above water. Okay. What happens when we go inside? What's the camera going to do here? I like to see what the camera's going to do. It just went right through the wall there, then we're inside. Okay. That worked fine for me. That's not a bad angle, too, for racing. So Andrew will be finishing in 10th. It's the left-hand side is overall. There's only 8 riders. He's the 8th rider on course. 2 riders ahead of logged out. Gianluca coming in. Let's look to see if we got any sprint battles. Right here, we're going to have one, folks. We got Andrew Street. We're going to hang with these 2 for now. Gianluca Gaspari, let's just bounce back. He's got his position. Great job, dude. Excellent ride. 53 and a bit minutes to get up Jebel Hafeet. No competition for you right now, so let's just bounce back to Andrew and Gordon Jackson here. These 2 are racing for points right here, folks. We got these 2 alone. Florian Henkelman is only 11 seconds back. He can see them just up ahead. Take a look here. We need a camera angle on this one, folks. Let's get overhead. You can just see them up ahead there. Camera angle 9. Will we see them? Oh, they'll be hidden under the leaderboard. Sorry about that. Can he pull them back? They've got a 20-second gap now. Let's go to Andrew. Andrew's marking Gordon Jackson all the way here, riders. Again, those banners on the side of the road, I think that's so awesome. So I guess if you create I don't know how you get to do that. You must have had to been around MyWhoosh long enough as a series creator, and somehow your signs get populated. Like right here, Veteran Series, OTR virtual events on all these banners going up to the finishing chute. Gordon Jackson just slipping off the back here a little bit. Just slipping off. Pulling himself back now. Riding at 5.5 watts a kilo. Getting over the shoulder of Andrew Street. What does Andrew have left? Does he have anything left to counter him? Gordon's just digging in deep now. 7 watts a kilo for a second. 6.5. He knows it's now or never. Andrew's putting up a valiant effort, but the 10% here has just got the best of him. So we're going to have Gordon Jackson In 12th place, Andrew Street coming in 12th. Unless something happens here on these final bends, but I don't think we can actually see Gordon Jackson going around the final bend now. There he goes. He's just going around. He's going the other direction right now. Gordon Jackson going the other direction, coming into the mini velodrome. Andrew Street just rounding that final bend. Gordon's probably already inside. Yeah, he's just inside of it now. Finishing in 12th place. Andrew Street will be 13th place. Florian Henkelman's not that far back. He's taking that final hard bend, that 180. Moving back. Ian Sotheby starting the 10.5%. I think it maxes right at 10.5%. 10.9, 11.4. Wow. Didn't know it got that steep there. So just a wicked little kick right at the very end. I mean, that's perfect for racing. That's designed right there with the finishing line being right there. It's like, okay, boys, you get a little bit of downhill to recover, carry some speed in, and then we're going to slam you with a wall. Yeah, I like that. It's a really good design. So after Ian, so Ian Sotheby here, I am on Ian. It's a 5 minute gap back to Kevin Hobbs. He's only 1.2 to the finish. Like I said, folks, I will be here right to the end. I may have to just like leave it on a rider and run to that door. So these guys are showing up. I think it's 3 windows. I don't know how they do it. He says it comes in 3 parts, with one piece being pretty big, but smaller than what it was. He goes, we don't even make them that big anymore. And it's kind of like my west facing window, and predominantly around here in the wintertime, the winds are going to come out of the west on warm days or out of the northwest when it's like brutally cold. The wind's coming down from the north. I'll also be able to grab some food at that point. Kevin Hobbs here, so he's a little bit back. So Ian's in the finishing chute. Kevin now coming in. So yeah, I think there was like a weird... It said he was 5 minutes back, but obviously he wasn't. Wasn't that far back. It may have something just a time estimation with the uphill at his current speed. Maybe it was doing something like that. Like even Dominique here. Take a look at this. So here's Kevin Hobbs on that super steep part. It's saying that Sean Lavelle right now is 4 minutes back, which that's hard to believe because he's going to be entering that red stuff soon. I think it's all getting recalculated on the fly really quick. Ian Sotheby is done coming down the hill. Carlos Morato's hanging out up there. Here's Kevin Hobbs. He's still coming to the finish now. Carlos Morato's finished. So we're waiting now. Ian Sotheby. Okay, there he is. That's Ian Sotheby right here. He's done. So he's finished in 16th place on the far left-hand side of the screen. Okay, that's where sometimes it can get confusing watching where everyone is. Kevin Hobbs coming to the finish now. He's going to finish in 17th place. Surprising you too, most riders are under an hour now. That was my guess. I thought I could do this in about an hour. 750 meters of climbing. I think my VAM, over an hour is about 850 meters. So could I hang up here? Yeah, I think I could do okay up here. I think I want to do some of these races. Live, on camera, talking to that mic right there. Yes, I don't think I'd be drinking cherry Pepsi. Okay, so you're going to see now. 17th place should be Kevin Hobbs. Should light up on the left-hand side. There we go, just lit up. Like to see stuff like that. Sean Lavelle. Actually, this will be good here. We're going to see Kevin Hobbs coming the other way. He's finished. I'll try to point it out. They might meet right at the curve here. You're going to see him. Keep it on the left-hand side of the screen. Let's see if this shows. There he goes. That's Kevin finished on the way out. Sometimes you think, well, is he just going to disappear now? Are they going to show it? No, it gets shown. It's there. Sean Lavelle will finish in 18th place. Dominique Sylvestre. You probably say Sylvestre. French rider here, not that far behind Sean Lavelle. Says 17 seconds. I'm not even sure if it's that. Let's see what the finishing times actually say. When Sean passes, it'll appear on the left-hand side. So Sean has finished at 59:48. It's not 17 seconds to me. Looks like a lot. Looks like maybe 10 seconds. Let's see. Dominique finishes at 59:58. Maybe right at 60 minutes. Okay. 1 and 3. So yeah, okay, he was 15 seconds behind. Here comes Kenneth, one of our Danish riders. Be the next rider coming in. Just going to jump in the chat for a second here. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there we go. This is good to see. So OTR virtual events. This is James. Pav will be DQ again this week. James, is that because he doesn't have a heart rate monitor? Because I called it out. I said he's not wearing it. And so like Ruben says here, no heart rate. Yeah. And Ruben told me early, he goes, I like that they show heart rate. If you're not showing heart rate, yeah, I'm not really sure what to say. Okay, Ruben, never any heart rate, always near pro watts, never validated with me. Okay, good to know. So that's what I like to see. I like to see events like this where the race organizer, the race creator is willing to check everyone's data. Guys, I'm going to grab this phone because this might be my guy coming in. I'm just going to mute for a second. I'm guessing that's my installer for the window coming. So he'll probably be here pretty quick. He didn't actually pick up, so I have no reception out here. Yes, and that's something I've been meaning to talk about here. Tour de Monde being put on by OTR virtual events. I think it's 12 weeks or 12 stages. 12 stages, sorry. It's going to be going off in the later part of January. All sorts of classifications, all sorts of, I guess, jerseys. There'll be like an overall climbing, I guess a sprint jersey too. I've got a bit of details on it, but yeah, I'm going to start promoting that more. I did talk with James about it this morning. Hey, can I say something about it? Yeah, we're talking about it now, folks. We are talking about it. So yeah, really good, James. We like that when people like, is your power real? You know, what kind of trainer are you using? I mean, I do know that MyWhoosh only has direct drive trainers. But yeah, you need heart rate, right? So, James, I'm not sure. Maybe you can message me later, James, and tell me, how do you validate the trainers, their power outputs, their weights, because we want realistic racing. That's what we all want. We don't want the fake showing up. And it's not just here, folks. This happens on every platform out there. So if the designers of the software don't want to catch it, the communities can catch it because we're all looking. Stephen Blackwell. So there's riders still coming up this hill, folks. Alistair Gilbert back here. We've lost some riders. I don't see Eddie at the moment. Yeah, I don't see Eddie. So I think Eddie might have had a problem out there. Stephen Blackwell. Let's have a look here. We've got 19 finishers. And it looks like... It looks like we've only got 4 more to finish. We got Kenneth, Steen, Stephen Blackwell, and Alistair Gilbert. So we did lose some riders out the back. Some people just pulled the pin. Actually, Alistair Gilbert here is trying to come back on Stephen Blackwell. So let's just follow that to the finish. I'll stick around as long as I absolutely can here. Yeah, Tour de Monde, folks. Watch out for that. Once I know any more info about it, and once I'm allowed to announce anything, I'll let you guys know. Okay, the new Training Peaks platform can support multiple monitors rather than the single monitor. Okay. I'm riding... Okay, so James here from OTR saying he's riding dual right now, although not required for this race. Oh, okay. Yeah. The double power mode. Yeah, so the Sunday Race Club, that is MyWhoosh's territory. That's their game. That's where all the qualifications and all that kind of weird ranking stuff is done to get to the big events. Double power monitors. So your trainer, and then you need a secondary source, whether it be the crank or the power pedals. and I think you have a certain time frame to upload that data. You have to show yourself weighing yourself, and I think you need a camera on the whole time. Yeah, it's the money racing. So the money racing, you got to do all that stuff. Terror Torte, yes. Who's this guy? I don't even know who this person is, but nice to meet you. I'm not sure if you're a MyWhoosh rider or you're just maybe you're a reviewer. Okay, nice. Here we go. Sunday Race Club. So this guy probably knows more. So, okay, so Terror Torte. So you got your trainer. What kind of trainer are you using? I know there's some limitations. Oh, you're Torsten. Torsten is first overall in the race series here, folks, in the veteran series for OTR. Torsten, I've watched the numbers. You must have joined really late because I didn't see your name until like the last second. Sounds like you're jumping on the bike kind of like I do. Wahoo Kicker, yeah. Is a kicker core even allowed? I don't think it is. Pretty sure a kicker core is not good enough for the Sunday Race Club. I think. I was just in Mexico for a week, and I listened to all 8 episodes of the Inside the Ride podcast. I'm just seeing if they left me a message. Okay, we got a message here. This might be my guys. Nope, that's not them, my guys. There's a list of trainers that are allowed. Okay, gotcha, man. I'll take a look at it. I'll dig into that. And then you need your secondary power source. I think they make you weigh yourself. Maybe it's only once a month. It's not going to vary that much. And then camera, I would imagine. So Torsten, what category are you riding on in Sunday Race Club? I've seen a tiny bit of it. I'm not really a huge MyWhoosh pro at all. Great to know you are Sunday Race Club. Yeah, 100% legit. Yeah, I mean, Cat 3. Okay, so yeah, when you watch MyWhoosh, you're going to see numbers on the back, and they're all colored too. So I think yellow is Cat 1, then there's a blue, a red, and I think a green, something like that. So you're just going to see colors get mixed in. Cat 4 goes out first, Cat 3, Cat 2, Cat 1. So you get a nice mixing of riders. You get to see Jason Osborne come racing up through the field. Got promoted during the summer, still struggling in Cat 3 a bit. Ooh, yeah, I think it's pretty serious, the Sunday Race Club. So I learned all about it, like back to back episodes. And Sunday Race Club, they got their commentators. I think there's tons of great racing elsewhere that no one even talks about. That's why I'm doing this. So that's what I do over on Ruby. I'm going to start doing it on the other platforms too. I kind of like riding all the platforms. So yeah, Torsten, great to meet you. I hope you subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be doing a lot of this. Like the videos. Tell all your MyWhoosh friends. That's what I need. I need the MyWhoosh people to know I'm here. Sometimes it's hard to get your name out there. Have I stepped away too long? Okay, so we still got Alistair here. He's coming up the back now. We still have only got 19 finishes, so we still got Steen. Okay, here's Kenneth. Oh, no, Kenneth's finished. Yeah, Kenneth finished 20th. He's been through the velodrome, and he's out the backside. Steen just coming into the finish now, so he's going to get 21st. After this, I'm really going to look at the standings, because now I've said your guys' names so much. I'll be like, oh, that guy. Oh, that guy. Okay. I've got a ton of race videos for Ruby. Some really good quality racing on the channel, too. The majority of them are under the live section. Jump in. Fall asleep to them. Do whatever you want. Steen here getting 21st. Again, it's going to light up on the left-hand side. In a second, there we go. Stephen Blackwell working his way up. And until that door gets banged on, I'm going to stick to the end. I don't think they're going to go away. You have to film a video with a very strict protocol, measuring, showing sensors, doing power passport, weighing. After that, you basically want to do a weight video after every final. Okay. Yeah, I heard about the power passport in those podcasts. Of course, I didn't really know what they were talking about, but I can understand. It's probably like a workout / session you need to do inside of MyWhoosh that lets them capture all your data and all that kind of good stuff. So, yeah, I know. I think for Zwift racing, too, they do that, where you have to film yourself weighing yourself. And not only that, I saw Lucy Charles Barkley doing it. She weighed herself. Then she put her weight on the scale, all filmed, and then she weighed herself holding the weight on the scale to show that everything was legit, that it wasn't fake weights or whatever, right? I mean, we want it to be serious. Critical power test, I think it's 6 seconds, 3 mins, and 12 mins. Okay. I'm going to look into it because, I mean, I should know what I'm talking about a little bit, right? I guess it doesn't matter that much for me because I'm not Sunday Race Club. I'm doing this stuff. I'm looking for organizers that want... Okay, same on MyWhoosh. So they do the weighing kind of the same. Okay, cool. It's great to have you here, Torsten, because like this is the inside details that most of us just guess about. I mean, they just casually mentioned it on the podcast. And I'm going to be doing a lot more writing on here. I love the worlds. I love the design of them. Okay, so Stephen Blackwell still making his way up the hill. How far does he have to go, folks? He's still got 1.5 kilometers to go. And Alistair Gilbert, okay, these two are pretty close together. They're only 45 seconds apart. 100 meters apart at this point. Let me see something on the road. I like to see something on the road that gives me a bearing as to where they are. Okay, so just enjoy the ride here on the right-hand side. We'll stick with Alistair for a second. But like I said, if that door hits, I'm out. I'll probably just let the video stream by itself and then come in and take care of things. So yeah, I was saying, guys, I keep telling people, yeah, I got about 180 videos. I looked this morning, I have 197 videos. 197 videos, and I would say at least half of them, minimum, half of them, actually, probably 3/4 of them are race videos. Here's a rider bombing down the hill. I wonder who that was. Anyone know who that was? That would be one of these racers coming back down the hill. Awesome. You can just see him flying away here. So the orange dots are the locations of the riders. 2 of the riders are actually just parked on the side of the road right now. That's probably going to be like, okay, Steen's coming down the hill. Let's see if we can, Steen just finished in 21st place. Let's watch him pass Stephen Blackwell and Alistair Gilbert coming up the hill. Those are going to be the only riders coming up the hill still. Where is that going to be? Where is that going to be? So he's bombing down now. Okay, it's going to show on the map here. I got a second to jump away and just see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, thanks, Torsten. Anytime. Let me just look at my map again. I don't want to miss these riders here. They're still a little ways away. Just want to read the comments quickly. Save MyWhoosh. James says, thanks again. See you for Flaming Fast racing on Tuesday. Yeah, absolutely. Tuesday, there's a race going off. It's 7 p.m. UK time. Other friends, jump in. You can try a different platform out. Okay, see you, James. Catch you later, Torsten. Where are those other riders? So Steen's just hammering down the hill here. What is his speed right now? Oh, right on the far side here, 40k an hour. Looking at different platforms and stuff, I'm losing track of where things are. The other 2 riders are still coming up the hill. Still working their way up. I don't even see them on the map yet. Where are they? Stephen Blackwell here. Okay, so I'm looking. Maybe I missed it. I think I missed it, folks. Yeah, I did. So Steen's already passed them. Yeah, sorry about that. 113, those guys should be here pretty quick. And I hope they're here quick, and I hope they're efficient. Because they said 3 to 4 hours for the install. And I hope that's just the, the install assistant that is in the office. Just say it's 3 to 4 hours, and then when we do it in 2, we look really good. So 21 fish. I think we had 32 riders start. I think we lost some in the chute at the very beginning. At one point, there was 29 riders on course going up the course. So a couple people bailed on us. They were like, "Yeah, nah, this is not for me." They might have just jumped in last second. Not because I didn't even know what the course was today either. Should have taken a look in advance. So Alistair Gilbert is the last rider. Stephen Blackwell should be just ahead of him here. Ooh. See, this here is funny to me. Look at the gap here. I guess it's just compressing it down. Let's watch that gap come down, because technically Alistair's right behind Steven. Right behind him. He's on the same corner. Yeah, look at it come down quick here now. It's so cool. I like how it does that, actually. He's 18 seconds behind. They're going to see each other. Steven might have just a bit of a gap to stay away. Keep a close eye on this, folks. Yeah, so once this is done, probably won't hang out too long. I just want to go stand around upstairs and wait for these guys to get here. I got to get the dogs locked up. I got to move the kitchen table, all the junk that's there. You know, you get the old, we do not move furniture. The guy will help me slide the kitchen table over. Like, come on. I'll offer to help carry the window in. How about that? Actually, I won't. I'm not doing that. For the amount we paid for it, that front window, $4,500. So I'm not doing a thing, to be honest with you. Not doing a thing. Not gonna do it. I'm gonna cook some food. And I'll work on uploading that other video. You can check out Training Peaks. It's just another option. So, Inside Cycling World, I'm Colin. Jump in the channel. Share with your friends. Steven's going to be finishing just ahead here. He's in the mini velodrome now. Like, subscribe. If you really like it, you really want to see the channel keep going, you can help me out with Buy Me a Coffee. I call it Buy Me an Energy Gel now. There's a link down below. There's a little bit of a merch shop that just got started. I'm not really in control of that. Oh, check that out. We can see Alistair coming in the other side. Let's jump to Alistair now. Steven's like, I'm so glad that's done. So glad that's done. Alistair finishing here. We got to finish. Here is the red lantern right here, folks. 22nd place. Awesome job, riders. Okay, one last time back into the chat, and I'm going to jump out, folks. Looks like the stream's ended anyways. Let's end it right here. Not yet. Okay, we're just going to say not yet because I don't want it to break into a couple of parts. I've had problems with the stream busting into a couple, and then I can't mess around with it later. Anyway, riders, jumping off, Colin, Inside Cycling World. Reach out to me, message me, connect with me, do whatever you want. Support the channel if you can. Thanks for watching.